Hello YouTube world, welcome back to my channel. I'm Marco G on Motorcycle Tips and Trips, and today we're going to go over an accessory that is you need it for if you have a Cardo to put on this Shoei Neotec 3. So I will explain it simple, so follow me. Okay, we're back. Please don't forget to hit the like, that helps me out. Share with a friend also, and subscribe so you can see my next video. This is the new clip that Cardo made for this Shoei. What I like about Cardo is that they know the situation we run into, so they like to take care of their customers. So they know we can't use this clip in this helmet. This is an expensive helmet. It's not designed so you can slide this in there and you're going to cause a damage. So this is not going to work. Meanwhile, they had to come up with this one where you could stick it on the helmet and you had to place it back here. Unfortunately, you cannot put it up here because you had this problem with the sun visor and you can't close it. Also, this because Shoei, what they did was gave you a better view on the side, and those that have this notice that you can see better, but that brings this back to over here. So at this moment when you put it there, now you have to have the problem reaching back further, and it's a little uncomfortable. You could get used to it, but that's the way we had to do when you had that situation. But now they made this clip that will go here in this helmet because unfortunately, Cena has a deal with Shoei, and they make the Neotec 2. They had the same thing. They had their own devices, but here, when you don't have their communication thing, these are just empty and hollow. But all you have to do here is you gotta press this here, pull this out, get it out of the way, and you can slide this right in here and then put this on. But for video's sake, I'm going to put this on first. You place it there. Take your time. If it's not going in right, I got to turn this out because something is not right here. There we go. There, snap in, and there you are. That's where that falls in place. Now, I already put the headset in there, the speakers, and I also already connected the mic in there. But I'm going to show you here next what I had to do, because you got to take these pads off and run it through. I'm just going to show you how I run it. This is not going to take long, so follow me to the end. Okay, here we are, and I'm going to show you how to run. There's three pins where it snaps here, here, and there. So the best thing is remove this first out of the way. I pull this here, pull this second one up here. It's easier on the opposite side to take off and to put on, but we're going to go through here. You pull this front up. See that? You got to pull that up front, then pull it to the front. That's how this, and I'll show you how to put that on. Well, taking that off, here you can see where the speaker is at. Here's the connector to the speakers, and the other one is right here. I'll show you how to connect that real quick. That's to your boom mic there. So we're going to flip it over, same thing. Run this through so it won't get in the way, and easy. Don't rip nothing. So you pull that one, snap, and there's another snap. Pull this up forward. Oops, pull it too hard, but it's okay. And now come right off. It's not that hard. So here I ran it. Oh, and back here, what I did, I ran the wire. I don't know if you can see that. Back there, I looped it back here. I didn't want to run it to the top. Because I didn't want to interfere with the vent system. I like that. If not, you have the wire in here, might get in the way. So I just ran it back here. It was simple for me to do. So this here, I run it back in here, and then you can shove it back. So what are you going to do is, where did it go? Now here's where it connects the magnet and every wiring. What I did first, you grab this. I took this and slide it in there. Of course, carefully. Like I said, you could put it on before you go on. Before putting this on, that's your choice. I did it for the video sake. I put it afterwards. Make sure that snap, that's not going anywhere. Grab this piece. It's only going to go one way. And if you're already putting your helmet, you know already. Make sure this is in. Make sure that snaps. This has an ledge clip here where you could slide it under. You're going to have to need a little slack down in here. So when you run the side of your pads, this part here will go in without a hitch. Now see there, I don't know if you see that, but that's where you have to slide in your pad in first. It just makes it a whole lot easier. This, I'm pushing it down in here. And this I'm going to place up here. Anything other slack, I'm going to run this here first like this. This found out was the best way. You could, I don't know if you could really shove it down in here, then it'll be next to your ear. There's a little gap there. So that's how I ran it. Then I slide the excess in there, run it there, run this back here. But again, you're going to need some slack. Make sure you down going up in there. So when you put in then I run this in between here, and I ran it back in here. Let me see. I'm sorry, I ran it up here. You run this up here with this, so it'll be out of the way. Now, like I said, on the other side, it'll be a whole much easier. So what we're doing here is we got to take this here. It's going to slide in. When you go in there, you got to slide it back to hook there. Then this will fall in play. I will slide this in there like this. Oops, cable got in the way. The other one too. Let me get this in first. Just get this in first here, and slide it back. Then put this, I don't know if you're seeing that, right underneath here. And it won't be in the way. Then I slide this, and it's dark there, you can't see that one there. And see, it snapped right in there. This is all in there. Like the boom, like I said, I put the sticky on there, and I did not, let me show you, I did not push it all the way back here because the clamp, that's the only problem with sticking these clips on there, was a pain. Because it's just the way this hump is there, but we can't help that. So that's gonna go in there. Make sure you put this, on this side, like I said, it's a little harder. Snap that in there. Make sure you hear the snap. The top here is the next, oops, popped off. Let me snap that. Move this up forward. We'll adjust it later, so you can adjust that. And this back one, it's the one that make sure the wire's not in the way, is a little difficult because of that hump of the end of the boom. Let me turn it sideways because I have to see. And once you snap it in there, they're not moving. There you go. They're not moving. Finish this by pushing this in here. And pull this out. We're good. All that's in place. This side, like I said, is the easiest. Again, you put it in there. You slide it down. push it in. And use that to hold it. Ooh, it didn't go. Make sure this is underneath this lip. Slide in there, push it in there, push this back. There it goes. Then you line it up with this hole up here. There you go. That's in there. Slide the belt or the strap through there. I said take it easy, don't rip nothing. This snaps easy without a hitch. And then there you are. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and tell a friend. So here we are. And the nice thing of the Cardo, and what I like the best is when you take this off, all you gotta go, bam, there it is, it's on. So you'll be able to reach it. The only thing you gotta remember, just you gotta reach over a little bit to move up your visor up and down. I had to get used to it. It's simple, but it's much easier. I could reach it right there. So don't forget to like, subscribe. Again, drive safely, drive smart, and like always, I will see you in my next video. I gotta go now because I have to go for my ride.